What's up, everyone? Welcome to Habs Review. This is a new series that I am starting on my channel where I basically recap the last week of Montreal Canadiens games. This is my favorite team in the NHL, so I decided, hey, I'm a little smart when it comes to hockey, so why don't I just spew my opinion out on the internet? Because no one else does that at all, ever. So I decided I'm going to put my crappy opinions on the internet. So if you don't like it, then bye bye. Anyways, we're just gonna go through the first week of the season. Well, the first 3 games because they don't play every day. They have to. They're people too. They have to friggin' take time off. Anyways, uh, we are starting this series off on a historically bad in a historically bad way. We are 0-3 within the first 3 games. I'm recording this on Saturday, so we just finished playing our home opener against the New York Rangers, which was we're going to get to that. But I'm going to talk about the Toronto game, the Buffalo game, which is going to be fun, and then the New York game. So let's start with Toronto because that's where the season started. So let's just go in order. So Toronto game was not actually that bad. We ended up losing 2-1, but Drouin scored. Oh god, I just hit my mic. So Drouin scored, which was great after he had taken a leave for mental health. And he comes back. Great story. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was a great story to see him score first. That was the only goal we saw in that game from Montreal, and it came in the first friggin' period. You're going to notice a theme over these 3 games. Toronto was close. It was respectable. We didn't get a point. We didn't get a win out of it, but there was at least some sort of hope heading into Buffalo where, holy man, bro. I was expecting, you know what, we have this app, there's the Montreal Canadiens app, and there's a thing where you can predict the score of each game, and I predicted, I think it was 5-2 for Montreal in that game. A complete friggin' reversal. Buffalo won 5-1. They absolutely smoked Montreal in that game. And I'm going to be real with you. Normally, I watch all the way through, even if Montreal's completely pooping the frickin' bed. I normally sit there and watch. After the second period, I believe it was 4-1, and I decided I'm just gonna. I gotta leave, bro. I can't sit here and take this, bro. I cannot sit here and watch my team get annihilated by a team that lost 18 games in a row last year. They lost 18 straight games. It's tied for a league record, and we're losing 5-1. We're historically awful against these bad teams. We got swept by Detroit in the season where COVID happened. Like, what is going on? 2 games into the season, it's not a huge deal. It's not make or break. You're not fighting for a playoff position at this moment in time. However, we're heading 0-1 again, or we lost to Toronto. We're 0-1. We're heading into Buffalo. High expectations because they are awful. They are the worst team in the league. I don't even know if I can say that anymore because Montreal got completely smoked by them. But just, I get it. Buffalo's 2-0 now, but we're 0-3. And we lost, and our biggest loss this year was from Buffalo. Like, I don't understand what the thought process was. I don't know what was going on in that game other than the power play. The power play in the first 2 games specifically, Buffalo and Toronto, awful. Like in Toronto, we've got a 5-on-3, and we've got Jeff Petrie in the back taking slap shots from like friggin' 50 feet away, and we can't score on that. We're not scoring on Jack Campbell from 50 feet away on a slap shot. We're not doing that. There was no traffic in front. Get closer to the net, bro. You got Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki on the wing, and you could not do nothing. You could not do anything with that. You had a 5-on-3, and you were shooting from 50 feet away. What are you doing, bro? New York, we are an awful team when it comes to taking unneeded penalties. We took 4 penalties in the second period, and we miraculously made it out with only giving up 1 goal. 1 goal on 4 penalties. Like, that's probably a fault on New York's part, but what are we doing taking 4 penalties in the same period? We played 8 minutes, 7 minutes and 58 seconds, because one of them was like We got a penalty with like less than 2 minutes left, but still, we played essentially, we're nearly halfway or half of the second period on the penalty kill. We're not very disciplined when it comes to that, and that's why we fail sometimes. That's why we lost to New York in this game, and that's why it wasn't competitive till the third period. Montreal has been flat. They have been completely and utterly flat throughout these first three games of the season. 0-3 for the first time starting a season since 95. What is going on? What is going on? Like, I don't think it's time to worry yet because, again, it's super early in the season. We've got 79 games left, and that's going to be a lot to cover. I don't even know if I'm going to cover that, but we've got a lot of time left. There's a lot of time to redeem yourself from 0-3, but you can't lose games consistently and say it's early, because we could lose the next 10 games and still say it's early. Another thing, 3 goals in 3 games. 1 goal per game. We got 1 against Toronto, 1 against Buffalo, and 1 against New York. 2 of them were from Drouin, and 1 of them was from Chris Weidman, who I have no idea how we've got friggin' Caulfield, Toffoli, Suzuki, you friggin' name it, and Chris Weidman has a third of our goals this year. Like, I was so confused when it went in the net against Buffalo. I was so confused. But yeah, at least he's doing something. At least he wasn't a bad pickup at all for us. But still, Montreal, what is going on? What is going on with you right now? We've acquired a lot of different players. I mean, not a lot, but we've definitely gotten some different assets that still haven't shown up yet. We don't have Mike Hoffman in the lineup yet, and I'm hoping to God that contract or that signing pans out for us, because if it doesn't, we are wasting a lot of cap space for that. I'm gonna be real. That first line was Suzuki, Toffoli, and Caulfield. They've done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing through these first 3 games. And it sucks because that line is probably it should be one of the most explosive in the league. But they've done zilch. They've done nada in these 3 games. And it kind of sucks because that's supposed to be our big line. And they are doing a whole lot of nothing. Is it too late for Montreal to come back? No. There's 79 games left. What are you doing, bro? Why are you thinking that? Carey Price is taking a leave. And we've got Jake Allen, who, in my personal opinion, in the 2 games he played against Toronto and New York, he was good. He was actually a really good goaltender in both of those games, limited only to 2 goals let in, because I'm not counting the empty netter from New York. But anyways, I cannot remember his last name. The goalie we got from Florida off of waivers, played against Buffalo. He's not terrible. I know he's not a bad goalie, but he kind of pooped the bed against Buffalo. I know our team wasn't great at all against Buffalo, but oh boy, letting 5 goals against Buffalo. We've got a lot of promise. We've got a lot of talent on our team, and I still reserve the right to say that because we have, I think, a pretty great team, but they did not show it. The players that were supposed to come out and play did not, and they haven't yet. I'm worried a little bit now, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get over the hump at some point and win. I hope we can win against San Jose, but we are notoriously bad against them. It's like one of the only teams Montreal has a losing record against all time. So fingers crossed they can, get over the hump and score at least 2 goals, which would be great because we can't seem to score more than 1 at this moment in time. We need to work on our power play because that has been, we can't even freaking control the puck in our own end. Penalty kill was actually not bad in the New York game because we only let in 1 goal on 4 power plays in that second. We need to become a little bit more disciplined when it comes to that because we are taking a lot of penalties for no reason. We're not being smart when it comes to that penalty box. I think that should wrap up this first episode of the Habs review. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and comment if you want more of this series. If you don't, then okay. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully Montreal can redeem themselves next week. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace out. What's